What's up, guys? What's going on? Real quick before we actually start with today's WOD, I want to make sure that we have all the modifications down. I actually looked back at the last clip of the actual WOD and we're missing some modifications in there that I want to make sure everyone has out before. Just so we're all sure, like, you know, these moves are pretty tough. But I trust in you guys. You know, you guys are gonna get there with slow and steady progressions, of course. We will get there though. And here's some of the modifications that we have. Number one, first and foremost, the pistol squat. I'm gonna start with that one, and then we'll go right for the handstand push-up modifications, right? So the pistol squats, again, for anyone who's having any trouble even attempting the pistol squat to begin with, you could start off with chair right over here. I wanted to do this one at home so you guys can kind of see that you can do this at home, anywhere actually if you wanted to. But yeah, we have the chair over here, right? And ideally what you would want is, you don't necessarily have to start off going as low as possible, right? But what you can do is you can hold on to just one leg up, kind of have a seat on the actual chair itself, and then come right back up, right? If you're still having a little bit of trouble with that, you could always hang on to something for a little bit of support on the side, right? Or you could just come up with kind of low, right? Or you could even get something a little bit of an incline up here. You could put something on top of the chair itself, so you're not going down as low, and then just come right back up, right? So you can alternate between the legs. If for some reason you still can't even get yourself up off the chair, you can work on what we call the negatives or the eccentric movement. Basically, your way coming down, right? So control this movement on the way coming down. You're gonna come down slow, 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 right? Slow, and then just drop, and then come right back up. Same thing again, try to do a nice slow and controlled, arms out in front of you just to kind of balance yourself out. Slow, 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 and drop. All right? We're gonna work on slow but controlled movements coming down, and slowly but surely you guys are gonna start building your way up and progressing your way up. You guys will get there. We're gonna go now to handstand push-ups again. Again, I have one of these. You guys haven't seen it, it's just like a regular stool. If the chair is too high up for you, right, you can go off the chair itself and then just kind of get yourself into that elevated, almost like pipe-like position for the pipe push-up that I was showing you in the other video. But for this one is a little less higher. It doesn't have to be as high, right? So we're gonna have you come up. You're gonna come up as much as you can, right? Basically, you're gonna come up to as straight as possible as your back can get, right? And if you're even having trouble coming down, for example, coming down and then coming up, because that move is actually pretty hard, what you can do is you can just practice holding right here, all right? You're gonna hold, all right? Try holding the move for like at least 10 seconds, so that'll be your modified version. So instead of actually moving through the entire movement, you're just gonna work on holding the handstand. You can also, for some people who are a little more advanced, you can also climb up off the wall. I suggest taking off your shoes for this one though, because you don't wanna mess up your walls or anything, but kind of like on your socks if anything. You can climb up the wall. You can climb up the wall as, take the shoes off for this one, but you can climb up the wall, progress your way up as high as you can, and if you feel like you can't go anymore, and that's your limit, then just hold right there, all right? So we're gonna work on strengthening and stabilizing those shoulder muscles, all right? The core, making sure you're not wobbling forward, backward, keeping nice and tight. All right, and you're holding that position right there for 10 seconds, all right? If you, or as close to 10 seconds as you can, and then you drop down, and that'll be your modified rep, okay? That's going to be the movements or modifications for the handstand push-ups and the pistol squats. Now we're going to work, let's say we're done with the WOD now, right? And after the WOD, I want you guys working, because this is going to be a lot of, these moves are a lot of stress on your wrists and stuff. So we're going to go over some wrist stretches and stuff that you can do post WOD, just to kind of make sure they're nice and not too beat up, right? Just put these socks back on. Your shoulders also, guys, your shoulders are gonna be really feeling it also. What I recommend, if you guys haven't ever heard of it, we have this thing right here. It's a pretty simple tool. It's called an iron gym. You could rack this up on any one of the the top of the doors over there. You can rack them up on any single one of those. And what I do off of that, you don't even have to necessarily just do pull-ups on them. You can do, of course, pull-ups on them if you want. You can also do push-ups on them. They're pretty good because you don't have to be doing the push-ups this way. It puts a little extra stress on the wrist, right? You can also do the push-ups with your wrists kind of this way, nice and straight. So it's a little less stress on the wrist as you're doing push-ups that way. It kind of straightens out your wrist a little bit, a little more strength that way, a little more stability, a little less stress on your wrist as well. It's a pretty good way to do it. And yeah, this one's actually pretty good. And what I do sometimes is I literally just hang up off the bar. First thing in the morning, I hang up off the bar for like about a minute or so. I'll not only decompress like my vertebrae, like my spine itself, it all kind of like decompresses, right? And on top of that, also my shoulders, they also kind of decompress, and then my muscles kind of loosen up as well. It's a great stretch. All you gotta do is hang out there for like a minute, right when you start, at the beginning of every morning if you want. It's right at, like, it could be right at one of the door stops or anything. I have it right outside my doorstop, so I can't exit out there without passing through it, so it's always a reminder, like, did you hit it up today, So if you guys want, of course, I think it's like 20 bucks or 30 bucks or something like that, but something pretty good to invest in. Foam roller, guys, invest in one as well. You guys have seen the foam roller techniques that I showed you. I can show you guys a separate foam rolling section video of anything. I'll put that one up separately. For now, we're just gonna go over some wrist stretches that you guys can do, right? Wrist stretches, you're gonna bring your wrists facing, your hands are gonna be facing you, right? You're gonna bring them up and down this way here, right? You're gonna try to make sure that from here, you're gonna pulsate back just a little bit and then forward release, right? Back and then release. And then you're gonna come back over here. And then you can hold, at this point in time, you guys are done with the WOD, you guys are nice and warm at this point. You guys can also do these wrist stretches before the WOD as well, but you don't want to hold them for too long as well, right? But now that you're done with the WOD, you're nice and warm, you can hold these for at least 20, probably 20 seconds or so, you're good to go, right? You can hold them up, hold, release, right? This one here, my hands are out this way in front of me, right? Same thing, just kind of going up and forward, leaning forward this time, coming back, leaning forward, going back. Now I'm gonna have my hands to my sides. I'm gonna come up over here, and we're gonna go literally clockwise all the way around, getting all rotational movement on the shoulders and the wrists, the wrists and shoulders, going all the way up and around. All the way up and around, and then you can go counterclockwise the other way as well. Alright? Alright. You're gonna bring your hands, they're gonna be up, facing down this way. And same thing, this one you don't want to put too much stress on, but just a little bit, hold for a little bit, hold. All these for 10 to 20 seconds, right? Release, Come back this way again. Hold, release, right? A good kind of back and shoulder stretch that you can do as well. You can come up against the wall. You're gonna come up into a bit of almost like a wall sit. You're gonna come straight down. Your heels are gonna be straight on the ground at all times. It's gonna be kind of plastered down to the ground. And then from here, I have my left hand down up over here. And I'm gonna bring my other arm up and over and reach. All right, I'm gonna hold that move right there. Remember, at this point, you can hold this move for at least like 20 seconds or so. All right, you're gonna hold, making sure that you guys aren't coming up off the heels, keeping the heels straight down and then coming up. And then you can have your back. Little by little, you're gonna inch your back closer to the wall. If there's already a gap in between your shoulder and the wall, all right? Then you're gonna come up, release, and come up the other way. Same thing. At this point, we can do static holds. Static holds basically mean you're holding a prolonged stretch in place for like a long, prolonged period of time, like over 10 seconds or 20 seconds or so. You're just holding it there and holding it there. Which at this point we can't do because we can kind of loosen up the muscles a little bit. We just finished our workout, right? So you're gonna come up over here, hold, all right? All right, you're gonna release, right? That one's actually a pretty good shoulder exercise, right? These over here, it's pretty good for not only your shoulders, also your pectorals. You guys also have bands. These are really good for stretches as well. All right, coming up and over, so kind of the same thing as pass-throughs. You guys could stretch out behind you with this as well. All right, there's always some added tension. You can always bring it up in front of you as well. All right, coming up and around with this. This has a lot of range of motion. There's a lot you can do with these bands as well too, right? But ideally, guys, you want to be stretching for at least 10 minutes after you're done with the any actual workout. It doesn't have to be like a WOD, but any actual workout itself. Get that stretch in afterwards. You know, get some foam rolling down. I'll show you guys some more techniques in foam rolling for like the next go. But for now, I just want to make sure you guys are pretty good to go, guys. Don't neglect it though. Don't neglect these stretches. They're gonna be pretty important in the long run. It might be a little annoying to do them now, but you're gonna start reaping the benefits of them like down the line, you know? So you're gonna be doing this for years, like maybe even decades down the line, as opposed to like maybe just like one and done, you know? So this is more for your guys' added benefits. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's WOD. I know it's probably a little tough and probably challenging for a lot of you guys, but remember, push yourselves. Above all, be smart, be safe, and most of all, have fun, guys. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Later.